Sales are the byproduct of trust, and the most effective way to build trust is to build an army of people who will go to bat for you. Now I'm going to teach you step by step how to create a relationship with influencers who will not only generate you more revenue, but make your life easier and help you grow faster. There are only 3 types of influencer marketing that I like to use, and there's probably a ton of other ones. So choose the one you like and we'll stick with for the long term. The biggest issue that I see with business owners with influencer marketing is that they do it for just a short period of time and then give up. And just like anything, it needs to be over a long period of time or a larger horizon that you look at your business, not just incrementally off of day one. So here are the 3 different examples or the 3 areas that I like to use influencer marketing. Number 1, micro-influencer partnerships. The cost range here is between $100 to $1,000 per influencer post. Honestly, $1,000 is super high. If you're doing multiple micro-influencers, I would just be dropping that budget down. Depending on the influencer's engagement rate and niche, that price may change. What I look at is at minimum 10% engagement. That's kind of like a sweet spot depending on how many followers they have. Often smaller influencers may accept free products in exchange for posts, making this a much more budget-friendly option. And a couple of things, like I said, I'm looking for 10% engagement. So like if they have 100 followers, then they're getting 10 likes. If they got 1,000 followers, then they're getting 100 likes. If they are not getting any views or comments, or you go look at the comments and there's no actual legitimate comments, then move off from that actual person. We're gonna talk a little bit later, how do you reach out to these people? I'll show you over here on the screen, and I'll also walk you through kind of our next one here, which is an ambassador program. What I love about an ambassador program is it's really cost effective. The cost for an ambassador can vary widely, but typically involve either free products, exclusive discounts, and they can be an ongoing partnership, but this can range from anywhere between on the products, right? 500 to 5,000 annually, depending on the influencer's reach and their commitment and what you guys kind of draw up. I also will give you something that I think has been probably the biggest hang up for a lot of brands is like, what's an actual contract look like, or how do I get these negotiations to happen? A lot of times this happens via, these relationships happen via DM, which is great. The problem is there's nothing really legal about that. And so as a serious business owner, you should create some kind of legal document. That being said, go ahead and I will tell you right now, I do not have my law degree. I'm just giving you something that you should use with a grain of salt to help you make your life a little bit easier and to legitimize the brand. So again, we'll pull that out here in a second. Number 3, my second favorite anyway, is seeding products. So you are going to give this product to an influencer, micro-influencer, ambassador, whomever, and you give this to them for free in exchange for posting the content. Now, seeding is generally the most affordable strategy with costs primarily covering the product and the shipping, typically ranging between $50, $500 bucks. Like that's high end, right? Like $50 is honestly, depending on your cost of goods, on the products and the value of the product, but also the shipping expense. Now, if influencers are highly niche or local, the cost can be on the lower end. These costs are flexible and can be adjusted based off of your budget and your actual goals. But one thing I would say for seeding is that just in layman's terms, this is giving them an actual product, and it's kind of like the rule of reciprocity. Somebody is giving something of value to you, and you give it to 50 or 100 people, which we'll get to here in a second, and you will have a large majority or a large percentage of these people who actually get you content for this product. The goal is simple, right? I want people to not only love the product and talk about it, but I also want those people to tell their friends to eventually get them to love the product as well. Outreach and personalization is key to getting responses and generating revenue. Now, I will share with you exactly how I would approach this with the help of ChatGPT or whichever platform you decide to use. But first, I want to say a quick hey, howdy, and hello. My name is Aaron, and alongside my business partner, Christian, we help grow clothing brands online and help scale them profitably. In the last 12 months, we've helped over 300 brands grow online. And if you found any value in this video so far, I would really truly appreciate it if you gave us a nice little like and subscribe. I know most people are actually not subscribers, but it is free and it helps us out a ton. I appreciate it. Now, if you do this in the next 3 seconds, I will share with you one of the most popular bands of the 2000s that actually got a lot of hate, but people secretly listened to in their car and never told anybody. And it is Okay, so what I want to do here is I'm going to walk you through kind of what to do, and then we're going to go over to ChatGPT after that. First thing you want to do is actually research influencers. I would use ChatGPT to brainstorm potential influencer profiles based off of your niche. For example, list out the micro niche influencers or the micro influencers in the Texas fashion space. All right, so I'm going to type into ChatGPT what this is. I'm going to type it exactly how I mentioned it to you guys, right? So list micro influencers in the Texas fashion space. Give me 2 to 3 max. Okay, so give me 2 of them, Dawn Darnell and Alicia Wood. Cool, they're a lifestyle expert from Texas, based in Houston, Texas. Focuses on faith, fashion, and travel. Okay, 100,000 followers, 84,000 followers. I can go and actually look up these people. I would create a spreadsheet and say, great, this is really helpful. Come at me with the spelling on spreadsheet. I'm just not even gonna fix it. So I told it to create a spreadsheet to track my outreach, and then I'm gonna go with this answer on the left instead. So I prefer this response. And then I would copy and paste this, and I would put it inside of like a Google Sheet. All right, so I've copied it. I'll go up to this one right here, Command V. I can't remember exactly what it is, but this will copy and paste it, and you can even ask ChatGPT to do it. But for the purpose of this video, I'll tell it, hey, for each comma, basically put it inside of its own row, and it will format it correctly. Maybe I'll do that for the rest of this video. But the most important part here, just kind of get back to that, is crafting a personalized outreach message. So to go back to ChatGPT and say, so I got a short version and a long version, one for DMs and one for email. So 4 total responses here that I would copy and paste. There is a little bit of research that I would do, and I'd honestly respond back to this and say this is good, but I want it to be more conversational for the DMs, and I want it to be more professional for the emails, and I would come up with different subject lines. I would respond back to ChatGPT and say, okay, give me 3 subject lines to test to both the short and long form emails. You can't really do a DM message with a subject line, but that's what I would do there, kind of the initial outreach. That helps with the personalization side. You are going to do some actual work here, and it is some numbers game. But then you want to track these people manually. All the different rows, if I had them here, would be the niche, the follower count, did I reach out, did I send a message via email or DM, or hopefully both, and then how many times that I've reached out. And then I would make sure to get some actual email and DMs for my second and third outreach here. And then I would also ask for gifts for the DMs. So DMs, I'm very fine and okay with sending gifts like, hey, are you there? Like somebody waving or waiting in the rain, anything like that. Just kind of personalize this a little bit. You're gonna get a lot better response rate. And then I would just be tracking them here, and then I would create a new sheet down here, or like accepted. So I'd have outreach and then accepted. And then all of my accepted ones, I'm gonna have my shipping information. So I'm gonna have everything separated where necessary. Hopefully they can do it this way. I can copy and paste this of all the things that matter. So the name, Instagram handle, email, address, product, seeded product, size, shipping address, etc. Copy that. This is my accepted one, and I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, so all I need to do is highlight it here, go to data, split text to columns. There we go. And then now I got it broken down. Cool. Same thing for the outreach. Go here, data, split text columns. All right, and then we got the niche, the response, and then I'm gonna just do everything correctly. Awesome, okay. So that's how I would do the actual tracking side of things. Like I said, this is the outreach. This is also the personalized message, which is important, and then you actually need to track it manually. You could use some actual software. I'm trying to tell you guys a way to do it without having to do that. It'll cost you no money, but you can also use something like Grin. I am not affiliated with them. This is kind of the top of the market as far as reaching out to influencers and keeping everything into one spot. But again, that is kind of up to you if you start to do some volume. Now, to put this into clarification, if you will, if you do this 3 times, it's not really going to make a huge impact, right? You do need to do a volume play here, and we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a second, but I do want to make sure that you know that this isn't going to happen in one day, and this isn't going to happen if you just send it to 3 people. It is a numbers game. It can work. It is powerful. It will make you a lot of money, but you got to do it the right way. Okay, so one of the most important things that you need to do in your business, no matter what, is to set up the ambassador program. The ambassador program is super simple because it allows you to be a little bit more hands-off and still be profitable within the business. I'm gonna share with you our OSO ambassador strategy. This is for our optimized store owners, or basically clothing brands who are trying to grow and scale online. This is the OSO template, if you will. There are multiple facets to this, but this is the actual overview here, and I'm gonna walk you through that. But first, I want you to hold up 1 second. I just wanted to say that if you are a clothing brand owner, boutique, private label, if you sell anything in the fashion world, I just want to say that if you want to jump into the specifics of your brand and how to grow it profitably online, you can schedule a free 45-minute strategy session with us. There are limited spots, as you may imagine. Go find a time now. Check out the link in the description down below. So over here on this ambassador strategy template, a couple of things here that is going on. This is basically affiliates plus a little bit of an influencer-esque type of strategy. So the main purpose here is to drive profitable top of the funnel sales from the applications, incentives for the affiliates for posting, which also can create UGC or user generated content, so you get content, and to acquire new customers. So it's kind of threefold. We are going to spend money on ads. We are going to get new people to come in who want to be ambassadors. Who doesn't want to be ambassador for a great brand? Your brand is great. Shout out to you. And then you are going to incentivize those people to say, hey, look, you love your brand. Also, do you want to make some money? Because if you share this with people, we'll give you an affiliate code and you can make money. And then the third thing for us is that we now acquire a customer. I will spend more. Heck, I'll pay $30 to acquire a customer for somebody I never would have come in contact with. And now imagine not only 1, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100 plus people doing all of that. Very simple. To make this work, you need to understand who your audience is. This is kind of the setup with ads, if you will. So age, gender, location. We're gonna go broad with our ads. What's your budget per day whenever you're running this as an actual ad? We're using Meta. I'm gonna set this up at like $30 a day. And scale once you find success, 20% every 2 to 3 days, or you can do 5% every 2 to 3 days. Could be up to you as far as the profitability side of things. Ad features, call out the customer avatar. Hey, every faith-based Christian streetwear brand, or every person who loves Texas, whoever it is, call them out. Introduce your brand and the values. You can do this through an image. That's a video. You can do it through an image or a video. Doesn't really matter. The video requires you to kind of get on camera. Some of you guys may not like that. The image, make sure you are your ideal customer, because if you are a 6 foot tall, super lanky white guy and you're selling to women, probably not going to work. Probably not, okay? Not that those people aren't attracted to each other, you know, don't come at me, but you should have your ideal customer right here, right, for both of these. Next thing, let them know the social following is not necessarily relevant. We don't really care about that. What I do care about is that they actually have the ability to create content and that they have people that care about them. So if you have 1,000 followers or 500 followers, doesn't really matter. If it has 10,000 followers, again, doesn't matter as much. We want all people to reply regardless of the following size, especially now, because follower count does not matter. I know that's a nuance and maybe you're new to this channel, but you can have somebody with a brand new company and a brand new brand on Instagram blow up and hit millions of views versus a brand that has thousands of followers and only get 300 views. You see it all the time. So we want that person to apply. We'll offer them a chance to apply. So they're gonna go to an application page. Here's some examples of the types of ads that we have here. You don't have to do anything like these. It's just an example. Brand ambassadors. This is more like UGC type stuff. Just calling out brand ambassadors, brand ambassadors. All right, so you're gonna create an application questions. You can kind of see them on here on the screen. If you want this document and the strategy behind this ambassador strategy specifically, just comment the word ambassador down below. Send this over to you. It does break down here. One requirement associated with being an ambassador is you are purchasing an item, you'll get a 20% discount. So basically a new customer acquisition for us. There's an email series that is sent out, application received, acceptance email plus text. You got to do both. And 1 day after acceptance, follow up if they have not purchased. Here are the emails and SMS that go along with it. Hello, we received your submission. This is just an example of what this would actually look like. Accept an email includes the following. Make sure that's good. Now, the apps that you will actually need: Typeform, $29 for 100 responses, $59 for 1,000, $99 for 10,000. This may change, but Typeform is the best because you can actually move through conditionally. GoAF Pro, free. They're a great influencer system. However, if you're using something else, you could use that, but GoAF Pro is free. Klaviyo, or whatever email service provider that you're using, we do suggest Klaviyo just because it's kind of the gold standard for us. Integration info, when a type form is submitted, they should become a contact in Klaviyo and a list only for the ambassador. Then they should join the list, should trigger a flow to send to the above emails. This is set up in Klaviyo as an integration with Typeform. So Typeform and Klaviyo do connect. If you're using a different platform, make sure that Typeform and whatever platform that you're using or email service provider connects as well. Now, this ambassador program is extremely profitable, like I mentioned, because you're going to acquire customers. That customer is going to get other people to come and purchase from you, and you also get user-generated content so that you can create some more ads, and then maybe you come up with a video because you got some user-generated content, and it actually continues to be more of a cycle here. So the biggest thing that people have to realize when they're creating an ambassador program or seeding products or working with influencers at all is that if you want to put gasoline on this fire, you absolutely should know how to run ads. And if you are a clothing brand owner and do not know how to run ads, I have a video right here for you. Go watch this video next. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. We truly do appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.